Hey guys, how you doing? It's Alan with WL Madden. I literally just walked in the door, so hopefully I'm not too late. I just literally ran out of my car and wanted to catch you guys. I actually have some news for you. We're going to be moving the webinar actually to a couple days from now. We still have this system situation going on too. We have a gentleman named Chris who's here to fix it this week with us, and he's been going through the systems and figuring out exactly what's going on. But I know a lot of you have questions about the system, and I know we haven't had a webinar since I think it was 2 weeks ago now. So what I'd like to do is actually make this one kind of short so that we can actually have a proper webinar on a little further down the week, so we can give you all the information that we want to give you, and you guys will have access to the things that we want you to have access to. But I wanted to make sure that I got on here to let you know that we're still here and we're still working to get everything up to speed. But we've just had a lot of glitches with this particular unit, and the gentleman that built it with us, with his developers, is now here. He actually had to go out of the country. He went to Canada and came back this week. So he's working with us to get that all up to speed. I'm sure some of you have talked to Ashley over the past couple weeks, and she's been giving you updates on exactly what's going on. So again, we apologize for the inconvenience and for some of the reports that aren't going out, but we will make sure that we get things caught up to speed as quickly as possible. So let's see, who do we have on here? And how are you guys doing tonight? Who do we have on here? I see 6 people that are on here right now. So, but I can't see who's on there for some reason. Yeah. All right, Steve, how are you doing? So as you guys know, we've been going through a lot of changes and a lot of adjustments. We're waiting for these big loans to close, and we are waiting for, some momentum to pick up on some of these deals that we've been working on for quite some time. Right now, when it comes to what's happening with the smaller business loans, obviously, it's an industry that there's a lot of competition in, and as a result of that, we always need to make sure that we're one step ahead of the game. So for those of the agents that are going out to businesses and talking to them in person, and sending in leads to us, we certainly appreciate that. And for those of you that are waiting on different campaigns and things that we're running, we do want to assure you that one thing, as you guys already know, whenever we run these campaigns, things may go a little slower than planned, but one thing is for sure is that we will get them up to par, and we'll get them caught up. That's just the way that we've laid down our foundation, and we're going to make sure that we do a good job on all the marketing that we do as well. So when it comes to the new systems that we have in place, we have a new CRM, and we're having trouble connecting it to our old database, and that's kind of the situation that we're in right now. Is we can log into their unit separate from ours, and we can log into ours separate from theirs. But combining the two is, for some reason, a problem for the developers, and it was supposed to be fixed a couple weeks ago. It was kind of working, and we were told that it would be working in the next couple days, and it didn't happen. So it's been a little bit frustrating. We have Greg and our IT guys are now working with the developers to make sure that everything is caught up to speed, and we can get those reports out to you guys so you guys can see everything that's going on. That's obviously really important to us. So the old system that we used to use when we used to send out the emails, it looks like we're going to jump back into that system for a minute just to be able to get everything caught up to speed and to be able to give out the reports accurately. And then we'll have to, test this system out to perfection before we actually release it, because we don't want to have any issues like this again, where we have, long periods of time to where the systems aren't working right and we can't get you guys access to the things that you guys should have access to. So, I do appreciate your patience as usual, and we are working as hard and fast as we can to get things caught up, along with, obviously, I've been traveling a lot, trying to work on these bigger deals. We have a lot of new things that are going on. As you guys know, we're still about to launch a mobile application that should be really coming. It should be done hopefully this week coming up, is from what they're telling me. They have issued it out on Apple. Everything looks good on Apple. Now they're checking it on Google to make sure that everything looks the same on Google as it does on the Apple systems. So it's a pretty unique system. You'll be able to give it away to different business owners, and it'll be something that you guys can use yourself as well as give away and build some rapport with these different business owners. So those things are still coming. Again, we want to get things out to you guys as fast as we can. However, sometimes these things take time. And if there was anything I could do about it, believe me, it would be in your hands right now, because there's nothing I hate worse than having to come onto a webinar and tell people that these systems aren't completely finished yet. So the second that they are, I will let you guys know. Again, I'm going to try to have another webinar early next week, probably on Monday. And on Monday, we should have everything up to speed. I'm going to talk to Chris. We're going to send out emails to you guys. So be looking for those emails. Those emails are basically going to give you the information on the date of the webinar. So that way we can get you guys caught up to speed and give you guys some of the reports that we've been wanting to give you, and show you kind of what's been going on with us. So provided that Chris is working with us for the rest of the week, he says that he's pretty sure that he can get everything caught up to speed. And on the new systems, hopefully we can at least get you access to see what that's like in that new CRM that we have. Again, we can log on to it from our office because it's connected to our server. But when we try to connect to it from different computers, that's not connected to our server. For some reason, we're having issues, and there's really no explanation for it aside from the developers have to find out where the glitches are in the code and then get everything up to speed. Okay, so hey, Alan. Hey, how you doing? Marianne, Patricia, it's good to see you. Let's see, Brian, why don't you give me a call too? We haven't touched base in a while, and I actually have some news for you. So give me a call when you get a chance. I think you should have my number. Just text me and I'll call you from whatever number you want to call me on. And that way I can, because I'm not sure what your phone number is anymore. So you want to text me on the 602 number and just let me know what your phone number is, and that way I can call you. If you call me tonight or tomorrow, I'll be able to get with you tomorrow morning or possibly after the webinar. And so if there's anybody else, I think there was a Greg that I had a meeting with today, and I didn't get to that meeting because I was on the phone with one of these deals for the loans. So Greg, if you're out there, I will call you tomorrow and get caught up with you. If there's anybody else that needs to speak with me about anything that's going on, questions about different campaigns, or any questions that you might have, all you have to do is just call Ashley at the office at 877-925-1050, and she will put you on the calendar. Again, I try to keep those appointments as often as possible, but if I'm on a call with a loan or closing a sale, unfortunately, I can't interrupt that call to talk to you guys, because that's usually money that's coming in for an agent or money that's coming into the company. So I will get back to you guys, and if there ever is a situation where I miss one of the appointments, just call Ashley the next day and just have her reset the appointment, and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Okay. So, okay, here, I'm going to give you my, well, why don't you do this? Call this number right here, and let's see. Just text me on that number right there. Okay. Let's see. Is that right? Yep. And then I'll give you a call back. Okay, Brian? And hey, Dave, I know you've been looking to talk to me as well. I will be able to have time for you as well tomorrow. So tomorrow I have a pretty open day in the morning, so we can touch base and kind of have a few minutes to talk. So Andrea, how are you? It's good to see you. Hopefully everything is going good with those calls, Andrea, and we'll go over that script again as well, just to get you caught up to speed and kind of get you in the flow of things. I think once you get in the flow of things, you're really going to like what we're doing with that project. Okay. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of wrap things up. I did just walk in the door. I'm extremely tired. As you can see, it's still hot here in Arizona. So I just jumped out of my car to make sure that I could get on the webinar with you guys. And so you guys knew that, yes, in fact, I am here. I was in traffic for about an hour and 20 minutes, which is unusual at this time of the day for where I live anyways. For whatever reason, there's just happened to be a lot of traffic. So when I ran in, I wanted to make sure I got to you guys. Usually I do the webinars from the office, but I had to leave the office to drop some paperwork off to be able to mail it out before 5 o'clock. So I had to shoot back here to do the webinar. So next week, whenever we do the webinar, whether it's going to be Monday or Wednesday, we're going to email you, and I'll let you know exactly what time it is. and exactly what's going on. And for any of you that do have to talk to me or have any questions about what's going on with anything, feel free to call the office number, which is 877-925-1050. Leave a message with Ashley, okay? Unfortunately, the number that I just put up there, I don't answer that phone unless I know who it is. I get so many phone calls on that phone number that only the contacts that are saved typically will I answer. So if you do try to call it, you might want to text it and let me know who you are, and I'll call you back if I see that there's a text. If you want to do that, that's fine too. Again, it's going to be easier for you to set an appointment with Ashley just because she'll be able to set a time in my calendar so I can speak with you guys, okay? So we'll leave it at that for right now. And what we'll do is, again, we'll send out an email for this coming week. Hopefully we can get together on Monday and have a decent webinar and go over some information, and a few things will be prepared for you. And until then, if you guys have any questions, again, feel free to call us, okay? You guys have a great night, and I'll talk to you soon.